This is my video presentation of a fellowship kitchen. And the way I would see this working would be the fellowship kitchen would be its own business. The operator of the fellowship kitchen would offer a commissary style ordering to local individuals, whether they be professional chefs or home cooks. The individuals would then arrive at the fellowship kitchen. They would have their time scheduled. They would then prepare meals for their own clients. The fellowship kitchen would have nothing to do with who the chefs are cooking for. The chef then prepares the meals for his or her own clients. The clients would either have the food delivered or would pick it up via takeout. And that's how it would operate. The fellowship kitchen would make money based on the time the chef was in the building, or perhaps it could operate off and it would take a cut of the meal, a percentage of the meal, or they could work out a partnership arrangement with each individual chef. What makes this really different than most restaurants, the way they currently operate, is that each individual person working, preparing meals in the fellowship kitchen isn't an employee of the fellowship kitchen. They would be an independent contractor. They would have complete flexibility as to when they worked. The fellowship kitchen would be comprised of different workstations. They could maybe have 10 to 15 different chefs working there each day at different shifts. Each meal that was prepared would have a barcode attached to it, so that when you, as a client, got the meal from the chef, you could scan it with your phone and there would be video in the kitchen that would show each chef preparing their own meal. The fellowship kitchen could receive the orders that the chefs needed online. The fellowship kitchen would have software so that the individual who wanted to create a menu would be able to use the software through the kitchen administrator to work on food costs, and then that would add to the commissary style ordering, so that throughout the week the groups of chefs would be able to combine all of their orders together to prepare their meals to help keep costs down. The fellowship kitchen could be retrofitted into older, perhaps abandoned fast food restaurants. The fellowship kitchen could be built into high-rise buildings, so that they would provide meals in a downtown location. The fellowship kitchen could be built in or used in churches for local community members. But the idea is that the chefs are responsible for their own clientele. and it's so that each chef becomes his or her own small business without having to commit to the huge overhead of building their own kitchen. I don't imagine the Fellowship Kitchen would have sit-down tables, because the idea behind this is that to help keep costs down, it would all be done through a delivery service or through pickup. So the Fellowship Kitchen could work with local farms and maybe urban aquaponics centers to get organic fruits and vegetables delivered. And once again, I think the idea of there being a scanning process so that when you got your meal, you could see the chef preparing their own meals. I imagine that this could grow into something that people could go ahead and the Fellowship Kitchen could have a generic menu that they could order off of through the delivery service, so that the chef maybe could not have to get his own clientele. But once again, the main idea is that each chef or individual would be his or her own business and would be using the Fellowship Kitchen as a go-around from having to construct their own building. That's it in a nutshell. Thank you for your time. I wish you and yours the very best. May we all find peace and happiness in this lifetime. With much love, this has been David.